address the affirmative team's first harm. Their first harm was that the death penalty is costly. They believe that the death penalty costs more than serving people in a life in jail. A life in jail costs $40,000 per inmate. The death penalty kills the inmates, meaning they don't have to pay for the people anymore. With the affirmative team's plan, there's no way to get rid of a prisoner unless they're innocent. That means that people just sit in jail for all their lives, sucking up everyday people's money that they need to buy food, groceries. I would like to read this. The average cost of incarceration in the United States is determined by different methods. It costs anywhere between $20,000 and $40,000 per year to house inmates in federal and state correction facilities. That is a lot of money that taxpayers have to pay. And think about the poor people that say the murderer killed. That poor woman that is crying over her dead children because some murderer killed them brutally. Is it not just for them to be executed for the heinous crime that they committed? I would like to read this quote. Quote, if the punishment of an innocent person is a mistake of justice administration, failure to punish a criminal indicates that the absence of justice, which is a worse mistake. That is so true in this instance. When we kill an innocent person, that's sad. Yes, it's a sad thing. But when people are too afraid to execute because some innocent person was killed, and the 3 people that shot a store clerk, robbed the store, then ran somebody over, are now out free because, oh, we don't want to kill innocent people anymore though. Let's just let these people who might be guilty, might not, let's just let them go free. And now we've got more people on the streets terrorizing everyone. I'd also like to read this quote. Quote, all that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. With the affirmative team's plan, we're really not doing anything. All they're doing is making it so that people are now in jail instead of paying for their crimes. Sitting in jail is just bed rest. Now they just get to lay down, they get to move, they get to do stuff. They're still breathing, they're still living, they're still being a horrible person where they are. They're not changing anything with their plan. I would also like to go on the fact that what happens when a prisoner escapes from their prisons? Oh no, now we have the same murderer who killed that woman's 3 children, and now is going to come for her because she called the police and got him busted. He's now going to have a personal vendetta against her and immediately go and kill her. And now we've got this criminal who escaped from the affirmative team's prisons, rampaging around, killing more people. The families need closure on something. They can't last knowing that the person that brought them so much pain and so much misery is out running around doing what they're still doing, or still breathing at least. They're still alive. They don't deserve life. They don't deserve it. It's not something that they've earned. They haven't earned the right to live. The justice system, apparently, with the affirmative team's plan, is nicer to the criminals than it is the victims. The victims now have to go over their losses, maybe talk to a psychiatrist. That's thousands of dollars in the psychiatrist. While they're also paying for the inmate. The inmate is now in the prison, being paid for by the same people that he messed with and he killed their kids. That family now has to pay for him using their money that they work for, that they earned, that they actually earned. The prisoner does not earn to stay there. He didn't deserve to stay there. He deserves to die. That's lessening the consequence. I would like to read this quote as well. When we don't give out justice, what is our society? What does our society turn into? When we don't handle people like they should be handled, what happens to us? I would also like to talk about the second harm. They said that there was discrimination of race and color, and how rich or poor you are. Well, with their plan, they decide to fix that by making people spend more money now. They're going against their first argument that the death penalty is expensive. Now they're saying, let's train lawyers and make it even more expensive. Let's do that. Now we have people in jails being paid for, we know. There's no way to get rid of prisoners. And what are we gonna do? Are we gonna reenact the death penalty? We can't do that. They just abolished it. DNA testing has been active since 2013. Since I didn't see a piece of evidence from the affirmative team saying that an innocent person has been proven to be innocent after being executed since 2013. Their previous executions were from the 1900s. 1970, guy was executed. Okay, well, no DNA testing. Guy was executed in 1999, no DNA testing. There was nothing since 2013. I believe, for those reasons, that the affirmative team's plan does not help and does not make a difference in the current system. Thank you.
Okay, so in your 1NC, you said that our plan, that we are spending more money and that our plan is not solving for the thing of cost, and that that us imprisoning people is going to cost more. But how much do you know how much it costs to put the person to death?
It has legal fees, yes, but it costs around $500,000 for a person to be put to death.
Okay, how much for the trials?
The trials are $1.26 million.
Okay. How much do you believe that the death penalty costs people mentally, like the families of those who were innocent that were killed by the government?
Can you please restate the question?
If someone is convicted of murder and given the death penalty and they're killed and later found innocent, how do you feel the effect on their family is?
It wouldn't be as bad as somebody who had to watch their child be tortured for 24 hours.
Don't prisoners still currently escape from our prisons that we keep them in? Murderers?
From your prisons, yes. It is possible to escape.
Aren't our prisons your prisons as well?
No, our prisons are death row prisons.
Are DNA testings done on all of the ones that are convicted before
Yes.
they're sentenced to death?
Yes.
Then how come
Even on the trial.
innocents are still killed?
They aren't. You haven't given any evidence that they are.